Hey guys, this is JDGaming back today with another duel video, but today I'm going to try changing up the format a little bit from what I did in the past. I'm going to start off with the quick replay without any commentary or anything, just quickly going through it, so that way people who are interested in just seeing some games can go ahead and do that, and then right after the short replay you'll see the actual in-game thought processes I had. Granted, in this particular case, I was just learning, but even then, I feel like it's interesting documenting my level with a particular build and then seeing how I get used to it over time. But anyway, I am using a Psychic Metalfoes build this time, so hopefully you guys enjoy as I take this as the first step to making a brand new fun strategy. So, without any further ado, here's the replay. Hey everybody, this is JDGaming back today with a duel video for the first time in quite some time. Ever since I updated my computer's operating system, my old screen recorder died. Like, it just fails to work. So now we're gonna try dueling really for the first time in a very long time. I'm gonna be playing and learning, hopefully, a new version of Psychic Metalfoes that I came up with that has a bit more consistency in summoning and abusing that Ultimaya Zolkin. So let's see what ends up happening with this. Again, I am totally learning this deck. I played a few test games with my brother, maybe like, I don't know, 2-3 days in like the last 2 months. Like, I haven't been dueling all that much, to be completely honest. And so I would like to learn how this strategy works realistically. So first, we're just gonna use that Gofu. We set up our scale. I want to use Metalfoes Fusion, and the main reason for that is this is what's going to allow me to go for Zolkin. Actually, it looks like this way, the way this turn ended up being set up, I'm just going to have to tribute that Zolkin. So Overdrive Teleporter is this interesting new thing. Well, it's not new, but it's this thing from Psychics that, thanks to Coral Dragon from Dark Illusion, allows us to finally turn it into a Zolkin. So we can actually go get this out. And then proceed. Let's see, I could Pendulum Summon that one Silvered, but I don't see that as something that's particularly useful at the moment. So we're actually just going to use these two. The Coral Dragon gets us a free card, which is a pretty sweet deal. Awesome. So now Painful Decision is going to help this hand quite a lot, because now I can add Steal-In to my hand. Mainly because I want to empty my deck of Steal-Ins as much as possible. They're probably one of the less useful Metalfoes monsters. And then let's see, let's Pendulum Summon. Do I want a Pendulum? I could bring that guy back. Yeah, let's Pendulum. Main reason is I want to bring out these two and then fuse them. So let's see, first I want to make sure that I have used my Metalfoes card for Zolkin's sake. So that should trigger Zolkin for our free Crystal Wing as expected. But then on top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and summon Alcahest to try and mess up with his board. I do like Mithrilium, but since I'm going first right now, it doesn't make any sense. And the cool thing is now with full Metalfoes Fusion, I'll actually be able to abuse Alcahest's ability to use materials on him. And that's a really, really good card to draw here, because we have now an extra Metalfoes with which we may fuse beyond just full Metalfoes Alcahest. So this is, I mean, he could realistically play something like Raigeki or Dark Hole and I could get owned. Considering this is a random person on DevPro, I'm not putting that completely out of the picture. It is a possibility, but we'll see what ends up happening. Let's see, Summoner Monk most spell cards in this game don't get a huge benefit from being sent to the graveyard, so I actually want him to use this effect first, and I want to see exactly what he ends up fetching. Crystal Wing, I want to keep his ability until there's a direct threat to him. Basically minimize his options, and that's going to be like stop his honor arcs, his castels, things like that. Still not sure exactly what he's playing. He may be playing like, I don't know, heroes or something with Dark Law. If that's the case, then I want to make sure that I'm able to stop that. Looks like it's not. Some sort of fiend deck. Stygian Street Patrol ends up getting its effect in the grave, so he's just setting himself for an Xyz, but I can just steal that Xyz, so I will leave that as is for now. I don't want to respond. And then if he decides he wants to end his turn, then like during the end phase, I can still go and steal his monster, so. Cool thing about Alcahest is that you have a lot of control. I have used this like in the standby phase to like steal Omega before, which is pretty cool. Playing against the new Zodiac Beast. I have not played against these guys yet, so that's gonna be very interesting. Let's see, 2 level 4s. I'll tell this guy reading. Let's see. Once per turn, you can also use this, use another Xyz, a Zodiac Beast. You control his material, stack it on top. This card gains attack and defense equal to all the attack and defense of the guys under it, so that's a shared effect. And then it says, once per turn, you can attach material to add a Beast Warrior monster from the deck to the hand. Alright, so I am going to steal his monster. Even though it has 0, I could still utilize his effect, or use him as a fusion material and prevent him from adding a free card, which I would like to do. Again, this may not be the most optimal play because I do not know exactly what this deck entails in total. And heck, it looks like he's using a pretty unorthodox engine for this, because I looked at some of the deck lists and I don't remember them playing like Stygian Street Patrol, but that's the cool thing with Xyz strategies is you can build them using a lot of different engines. Gives you a lot of versatility, allows you to play them with your own personal picks, and that's what makes them pretty cool. And again, I still have access to using this guy as a material for a Crimsonite or for, actually no, but technically since he's a question mark, I don't know if he's ruled as counting as 0 or not. I know like, if you have like Tragoedia in your deck, you can't Sandgin it because it counts as potentially anything over. So we'll have to see if that ends up being usable as a material. If it's not, then it might be a problem. I'm going to find out right now, I guess. So it looks like I am able to use him, which is very nice. Let's just go Adamonte using his monster. My Zolkin's already free. Why is it not letting me? Oh, it's not letting me use that guy. Psh. So I was correct, I guess. It is a question mark guy. So, you know, you learn. It's better to learn this now than it is months from now in a competitive setting against Zodiac Beasts. But I guess that ruling is consistent. Well. I can set something directly to the board right now, which would be pretty sweet. I'm going to kill the Bismugear. And the reason is, I can go and just activate my other Bismugear, and this just sets me up for like the Dark Soul-esque effect. So I'm going to set Metalfoes Fusion. Should let me... Wait, why is it letting me use Bismugear's effect? Oh. It's an... I didn't realize that the text on that worked so that it works immediately. It activates and then resolves in the end phase. That's a pretty cool thing. Did not know. So that's pretty cool. I do not want to use the Odd Eyes' effect because then that'll end up using it kind of pointlessly. We're gonna play Teleport. The main reason I have Teleport in this deck, I guess he wants to quit because, I mean, I do have game here. But the reason I have Teleport in this deck is because this does use a more fleshed out Psychic toolbox. It includes like Psychic Jumper in addition to the Ghost Ogre you saw, so it has some nice access to tuners. Wouldn't say Teleport's something you would ever really want to play in a pure Metalfoes build or anything that lacks other Psychics, but when you have tuners involved, I think it's a pretty nice deal.